and I want you to read 2,000 pigeons with lights, level 3. You may start with like 1,000 shooting stars.
Okay. Like 1,000 shooting stars, it's a city already known for its bright lights. Now New Yorkers being lit up by pigeons.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's start right here.
Mm.
Okay, so we have shooting stars. What does shooting stars, like 1,000 shooting stars, what are the stars doing? Are they shooting, actually?
Shine in the sky.
That's right. They're shining in the sky, but they're actually moving. They're moving. The shooting means that there's actual movement. Okay?
Mm.
All right. But it's not stars. What is actually moving? What is actually
Pigeon.
the pigeons with the lights? It's the pigeons with the
Yeah.
lights. Fantastic. All right. Next paragraph. Next sentence.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They are not normally known for their beauty, and some New Yorkers call them rats with wings. But artist Doc Release tried to change people's opinion with his Fly by Night project.
Okay. Yay or yeah. They're they're not normally known for their beauty. That word is their beauty. And some
Mm.
New Yorkers call them rats with wings. But artist Duke Riley's tried to change people's opinions with his fly-by-night project. What do you think this fly-by-night project actually means? It has two meanings, but what is the literal meaning here today?
Mm. Pigeon when fly in the sky uh, by maybe like a light, they uh, they focus light on pigeon when
Yes,
they fly.
the light is focused on the pigeons, and I hadn't thought of it the way that you're saying it, but the lights are actually on the pigeons, and attention is being focused on the flight. Sometimes when we say fly by night, it means something that we've done very quickly. Fly by night, fly by the seat of my pants, fly by. So fly by night means
Mm.
that these pigeons in this article are in flight at night. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
The next paragraph.
Um, as people move into the city, that am from the city and familiar with some of these traditions, sometimes they have, they are not aware of it, and and ignorate,
Okay. Let's find out what does it
ignorant.
ignorant. As people move into the city, that I'm from the city and I'm familiar with some of these traditions. Sometimes they have, you know, they're not aware of it and, and ignorant. I'm not exactly totally sure what is being said in this paragraph, but I would say maybe because people see the pigeons in an area that they're not familiar with. I don't see that many pigeons in the area where I'm from unless I go to the park, and they're not a bother to me. In this story, perhaps people who live in the city see these pigeons that looks like rats with wings. They see them all the time, and they don't find them very pleasant to look at. Do you have an opinion
Mhm.
as to what that paragraph might be about?
Mm. Okay. People who's from the city who's not aware of it. So who said about that? Who is from this city and familiar with this trap?
Hmm.
Mm.
So maybe they're not aware of the fact that they're called rats with wings. Let's read on and see if we can find something to support what that paragraph is about. Starting with the pigeons are specially trained.
Okay. The pigeon. Read paragraph 3.
Yes, the one that starts with,
Okay.
the pigeons are
Mm.
all specially trained.
The pigeons are all specially trained and spend 30 minutes circling the skies above their temporary home, which is a decommissioned U.S. Navy ship currently sat in Brooklyn Yard, and they were truly involved in the project.
And this word decommissioned, what does that word mean?
Um, withdrawn service.
That's right, it's
Something.
withdrawn from service. We can also see in this word decommissioned words that we know. Commissioned, which means authorized to do something or obligated to do something. The prefix
Mm,
de means not, so it is no longer authorized or expected to do something. So it's a U.S. Navy ship that is no longer in use. And this is where the pigeons will go after they finish circling the skies. One, because they have been trained to return to this decommissioned ship. Do you understand that
mm.
paragraph? Did you understand everything in that paragraph?
No, that's paragraph no.
Okay, let's talk about it again. I'm going to read, the pigeons are all specially trained. These pigeons are not wild pigeons in that they just fly everywhere and go where they want. These pigeons have been taught to do a specific thing. Do you understand?
Yes. Mm,
And that specific thing that these pigeons has been taught is to fly around in a circle in the sky. Do you
mm.
understand?
Yes.
Okay. Now, their temporary home, and the word temporary means something that is not permanent,
Mm,
is a decommissioned U.S. Navy ship. This decommissioned Navy ship would be a ship that the government has said we will no longer use in the waters for any type of activity. It just
mm.
sits in the naval yard. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Now, this Navy yard is in Brooklyn, in the state. Well, it's in the state of New York, and Brooklyn is a
Mm,
city.
mm,
And finally, and they were truly involved in the project. That means they're talking about the pigeons.
mm.
This paragraph is referring to the pigeons, that the pigeons are truly involved in the project. And the project, of course, is to bring beauty to the city at night by the flying pigeons.
Okay.
Do you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me your understanding of that paragraph.
Okay. This paragraph talks about vision, which involved in the project.
Mm-hmm.
There is a temporary um, there are temporary circle in the skies about 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
but they decommission and the navy ship, which is decommissioned
Mm-hmm.
navy ship, which in the navy yard in Brooklyn City.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm,
So a very quick way to summarize that one paragraph is to say that these pigeons are trained to entertain, and their home is a decommissioned U.S. Navy ship in Brooklyn.
okay.
Okay. Can you read the next paragraph? I
I
think.
think
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it's a collaborative project between me and the pigeons, and you can ask them what their opinion is on, and I don't want to speak for them exactly. Whether it's, performance or, some type of uh, maybe it's just a drawing that they are doing in the sky.
Okay. Now, notice the many times that we read the word you know. You know. This is how. people speak when they are just being very casual and not aware of their audience. It just says, you know what I mean? You know,
Mm,
and and it's common to say that, but sometimes it's annoying to keep repeating yourself by saying, It's almost as annoying as hearing someone say, um, um, um.
mm-hmm,
So that type of is a little bit excessive. At any rate, it says, I think it's a collaborative project. The word collaborative means something that someone is working with someone or something else to complete a project.
mm-hmm.
And in this case, this is a collaborative project between the Duke Raleigh and the Pigeons. The Pigeons and Raleigh are working together. And it
Yes.
is to be determined whether the pigeons are actually making a design in the sky as a picture, or are they just flying around anywhere they want. It isn't really known what the birds are actually doing. So the birds are just flying either around in the sky, or the pigeons have been trained to make a design in the sky.
Um,
Okay? Do you understand?
okay. Yes.
And the next paragraph?
Um, crowds did turn up to see the first of the displays. These pigeons will be taking to the skies every weekend evening until June 12th.
Okay. According to this paragraph, every weekend until June 12th, these birds will be flying in the sky. Okay? So what is that
Mm-hmm.
paragraph about? Can you quickly
Okay.
summarize?
This paragraph talk about uh, the collaborative between uh, dog rallies and pigeons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Uh,
no,
okay.
that's good. But I'm looking at the paragraph below where it says crowds did turn up to see the first of the displays. These pigeons will be taken to the skies every weekend evening until June 12th. What is that
Yes.
paragraph about?
Okay. That is crowded to see first display or design in the sky of the um, first display of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was in the weekend evening.
All right. Yeah, but this seems so much as if you're reading what it says. It just lets us know that every weekend evening until June 12th, the display will take place.
Hmm.
Okay, so what is that paragraph about? It's about
Okay. That
it just gives us a date. It just gives us the time that the event will take place.
okay.
Okay, what is it about?
Okay. It's about the pigeons. It's take place every weekend evening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Until June 12th.
mhm.
It simply tells us that this display takes place every weekend until June 12th.
Okay. Take place every
Mm-hmm.
evening weekend
Every weekend
until
evening.
June 12th.
Every evening weekend. Or every weekend evening. Okay, until June
Okay.
12th. Okay, as a bystander of many pigeons in my life, I like to see them so illuminated and trained. Can you read that?
As a
As a
bystander,
bystander.
as a bystander
Mm-hmm.
of many pigeons in my life, I like to see them so illuminated and trained.
Good. So this just says that if I were visiting in Brooklyn, I'm just standing by. Just a bystander is just someone who's standing around looking. If I were
Hmm.
there, I'd love to see them illuminated. Or this person says he likes to see them illuminated.
Okay.
Can you tell me what that paragraph says?
Okay. The person who who uh, take a place and watch it. He liked to see these pigeons
Mm-hmm.
eliminated and trained.
Very good. Now, read the next sentence.
It's really an incredible
Spectacle.
spectacle,
What
a
does
spectacle.
what does incredible mean?
Uh, and not believe or
Very good. Something that is almost unbelievable. And the word spectacle.
um, spectacles like a view,
Mm-hmm.
which they say, what they see.
Exactly. So it's almost an unbelievable view. And the next paragraph with
With 2,000 birds flying in such a tight space, there were some fierce people would walk away with a so-called good luck charm on their shoulder.
mhm. With 2,000 birds flying in such a tight space, there were some fears people would walk away with a so-called good luck charm on their shoulder. What do you think that good luck charm might be?
Maybe they mean when a pigeon pop
Mm-hmm.
on their shoulder.
Yes, I think that that's what it means. If you were lucky enough to get poop from the pigeon, that would be considered a good luck charm. All right. And the next paragraph?
You know, most animals don't really, including humans, usually don't like to defecate while they are exercising. They usually try to do when they are relaxed and sitting down. You know.
Okay. So there we have the you know. And in this paragraph, it is the opinion of the person talking that most likely, if the pigeons are flying and participating in this activity, they won't defecate on you, which is the same as
Hmm.
poop. Okay,
Yes.
how do you interpret that paragraph?
How? Pardon?
Tell me what that paragraph is about.
Okay. And they explain for people whose this vision don't defecate when they are exercising.
Mm-hmm.
It defecate when it's relaxed and sitting down.
Very good. And the last sentence.
Apparently, one or two people left with evidence that suggests that's not always the case.
Okay. And what is that last paragraph about?
Not all people they think about that. Not only one or two people they have this evidence
And what is the evidence?
about pigeon who's uh, defecate.
Okay. So at least two people got poop on them, basically. They're saying that at least two people out there did get poop on their shoulders.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now we've read the article. We've looked at each paragraph. Can you tell me in about, I don't know, 30 seconds, what is this article about?
Mhm. This article talked about pigeons with more details, uh, more than level one and level two.
Mm-hmm.
It talk about uh, who the person they call the name of this person who's dog release
Mm-hmm.
and people's and there is some of people say about pigeons.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The um,
Well, very quickly, the article is talking about the pigeons in Brooklyn. Some people dislike the pigeons, and there's this one man who wants to do something about that opinion. So he put lights on the pigeons, and he has this show every weekend that will last until June 12th. Some people believe that pigeons that are flying around and are engaged in a particular activity will not leave any of their good luck charms on the shoulders of others that are watching. But 2 people found that they do actually leave a lucky charm, and they have the evidence on their shoulders. Okay, so that concludes our reading. Now we'll do further discussion.